Hello, good morning, good evening, and good afternoon if you're watching around the world. I'm Rasputin, and yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back into the movie territory. And this is the series that it's been a while that I didn't cover up. So right now we're going to try to fix the M Night Shyamalan's movie After Earth, starring Jaden Smith and Will Smith on the role. The rest doesn't matter because this is all about Jaden Smith and Will Smith. This is basically their own movie. Will Smith produced the movie, and M Night Shyamalan simply directed on it. And the funniest part is even M Night Shyamalan was a little bit. He was starting being hidden from the direction um, credibility. It was just insane. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love M. Night Shyamalan's concept, the ideas, the premise that he create, but unfortunately the plot, they're not the strongest point. The plot, they're not just, they're not. I know he started with the Sixth Sense, the Sixth Sense. For people who already saw it, it was mind blowing. And then few people started noticing notices something from M Night Shyamalan, that he's starting repeating over and over the twists, the twists and turns that he simply starting putting in every movie on his, except The Last Airbender, which is total garbage. Okay, The Last Airbender should never happen whatsoever. But anyway, today we're gonna pick up the M. Night Shyamalan's and Jaden and Will Smith's After Earth. Now, After Earth, it's a sci-fi movie where it's like a survival sci-fi movie. Basically, it's not a survival, okay? It's basically Jaden Smith going to point A to point B, and that's it. That's it. I know there are some obstacles, but the obstacles, you don't feel much of a danger on it, because uh, Kitai, which is the character who Jaden Smith plays in the movie, he's a Gary Stu. Okay, he's perfect on everything. Okay, even when when you see a danger, you be like, it's fine. It's he's gonna do it anyway. You don't feel that sense of a danger, that you don't feel the concern for the character. Okay, not even the Will Smith character, when they crash it on Earth. Spoiler alert. Uh, you don't feel any sense of concern. So I just picked up some points that maybe, just maybe, gonna make the After Earth a little bit better, if someone out there want to make a remake. Now, without any further ado, let's go straight into the points. So, if you didn't saw After Earth before, I'm gonna give you some spoilers. Despite being a terrible movie, I totally understand. Okay, I hate creating spoilers for people who never saw it. Okay, but I have no other choice. Okay, now, if you already saw the movie, consider yourself, I feel you. Okay, I feel you. I understand your pain. Okay, I feel the same. Okay. Now, anyway, now, in the original movie, Kitai is, as I mentioned before, he's a Gary Stu. Okay, he's perfect on everything. Okay, he. I mean, you don't feel nothing. Okay, you don't feel a concern about him. You don't worry about him much. Okay, he's just there. Okay, just like his father. Now, the first point. This is the first point that I wanted to say about it. It's, give the Kitai, the character, give a different path between the father and the son. So in the movie, uh, Cypher Rage, yes, this is the Will Smith's character. He's like this hero, a warrior um, who can fight the aliens. Um so basically, after Earth, after Earth's plot, it's the aliens invaded Earth, so the humans has to leave and to search for a new planet, which they found it. And Cypher Rage is like this one of these warriors who managed to fight against the aliens. So basically, he's like a military elite, and this the same way that the son is following the father footsteps. Now we are going to make a little bit different right here. We're gonna make like the son. It's not. It's absolutely nothing like his father. uh, Maybe we should change, like he wanted to be something else, but not a military warrior, um, maybe he wanted to be like an artist or something else. I mean, humans are still humans. They, despite they living on another planet, there are still many professions, okay, not only like a soldier or a military. No. So this is the point number one. Give to Kitai a different path. Like he doesn't want it to. Maybe he doesn't want to be a soldier, but his father insists on him to being like sort of this kind of soldier, And of course, this the at this point, I also wanted to add one thing, that in order to like raise concern to the audience, maybe we should change like the Kitai into a little bit like more of a weak character, because it will make a little bit more sense. Imagine if Cypher Rage wanted to Kitai be like like what he wanted his son to be, like him, like the Cypher Rage. And Kitai, he is not capable like on being the soldier because he's weak, and it's very challenging for him, because he is this is a big obstacle that he cannot pass through. And this is the second point that I wanted to get in. No, sorry, this is the third point that I want, that I will go in any further. Now let's jump a little bit where they crash and land on Earth. Now, in the movie, in the original movie, they crash it on Earth, and there's only two survivors. What the hell? Now, these two survivors is obviously the father and the son, aka Jaden Smith and Will Smith. Now, in my opinion, I think they should add more, like maybe 3 or 4 characters, because uh, After Earth, I imagine After Earth like this survival movie, sci-fi survival. They crash landed on the planet, and there's like more. Besides Will Smith and Jaden Smith's character, there's more 3 or 4 characters, and they have to stick together, in order to survive into this alien environment. I think, in my opinion, it will be a little bit more, uh, it will make a little bit more sense, and it will feel like a survival story, like a survival sci-fi story, um, so it's okay if through the movie, they slowly gonna slaughtering um, all these 4 characters, and the sole survivors is gonna be like Jaden Smith and Will Smith. That's totally fine, as long as you have more characters on it, and as long as they have personality, that is gonna be totally fine. Okay, if you're gonna remake this movie, please please add more characters, okay? Don't just add like Cypher Rage and Kitai surviving on it. Just don't, okay? Now, of course, the third point is what I wanted to mention, to give an obstacle that challenges the protagonist, who is the Kitai, that he must fight for. As I mentioned before, uh, imagine if Kitai is like this weak character who cannot pass through these challenges, like the military training, who Cypher Rage wanted to that his son to be. Now, uh, when they crash it into this planet, you know, of course he wanted a different path, but when they crash it into the Earth, uh, he's he puts himself into a middle of a fight, and he has no other options, to break his own fear and fight for it. So in the original movie, Will Smith character gets wounded, and I think into this idea, Kitai being this weak character, uh, he starting raising some concern about his father. He's afraid of losing his own father. Now, this is something that is gonna give some more challenge into the main protagonist, and he will not see any other option than fight for it. And to make things worse, they are in the middle into this environment where there's so many danger things, and of again he has no other option than fight, and every single training that he have failed, this is his ultimate test. He has no other option than succeeding, and I think it will be a little bit more challenging if they will do this. Now, of course, the one more point that I wanted to add is, um, I don't remember anymore, but I think Will Smith's character and Jaden Smith character. So yeah, they have to go to to give a signal to another ship, to pick them up. Now, here's the thing, okay? I don't remember much in the original movie, but I think Will Smith and Jada Smith, they were together. But by adding more characters, I think they should stick it up together, okay? So imagine like the 3 or 4 characters are lifting Will Smith character, like he's gravely wounded, he cannot walk, and they are literally fighting for survival. They are moving to one point to another, and of course finding so many obstacles like the animals or the wild animals, and at the same time they have to protect, the Will Smith's character who is gravely wounded. And I think this will be a little bit more of it will give like more reason to fight for their own survival, okay? And it will give some more motivation to Jaden Smith's character, like being going from like this weak character who he could not uh, win win these challenges, this training, and he will suddenly, like in the end of the movie, like all the challenges, all the obstacles that he just passed through, and it will transform him into this strong character, and the end of the movie, like this, um like this, like he managed to pass through it, the he managed to pass through what he failed in the trainings. I think it will be a little bit better, like this. I don't know, guys. So anyway, these are my 3 points on what After Earth would it be if they will remake it somewhere in the future. Now, yeah. So anyway, here I'm gonna just put it. I don't know, right, right here. So number one, give a different path between Cypher Age and Kitai. Okay, so the different path between father and son. So the son wanted a different path, but uh, the father wanted to his son to be like this, like himself. Now the second part is add some three or more characters through this journey, okay? And the third point is create an obstacle that challenges the protagonist that he must fight for. Anyway, that's are the 3 points, the three major points that it will make After Earth a little bit better. Uh, anyway, that's it, fellows. If you, what do you think? What do you think? If is this gonna be make the After Earth story a little bit better? I don't know, leave a comment down below, and of course, if you enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. If you are new to the channel, if you're watching for the first time this video, don't forget to subscribe. I'm gonna cover more videos about some terrible movies that has good premise with weak plot points. And of course, my name is Rasputin the Afroslav, and I am out.